Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle, and today we are going to do a Vata Pacifying yoga sequence. So we are in the midst of Vata season here in fall, in October. And sometimes you can become imbalanced in Vata during this season. So the qualities of Vata are dry, airy, brittle, rough, cold. So this sequence is meant to warm the body, bring some nourishment to the mind, to the senses, to help us pacify any Vata characteristics that are coming out right now. So let's get started in Thunderbolt Pose. We'll start on sitting on our heels, on our shins, nice and tall. Now, if this is uncomfortable for the knees, just sit on your seat. No need to sit on your shins if it doesn't work for you. But find a comfortable seat. And let's sit up nice and tall. So there's a nice long vertical line from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. And see if you can try to close your eyes or soften your gaze to try to tune a little deeper inside to what's going on. Start to notice the breath here. Just notice the breath as it comes in and out through your nose. See if you can feel the breath at the tip of the nostrils, just as it enters the nose. Feel the breath go in and up, and then feel the breath as it goes down and out through the nose. And again, just watch the flow of the breath and notice what you feel. Soften all the muscles in the face as you breathe smoothly and deeply. Notice if the breath is jagged or if it has any sharp edges or shakiness to the breath. And without trying to convert the breath or make it smooth, just notice it. Notice those edges, notice that shakiness. Be present with the breath. And next time you breathe in, let's take the arms out and up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, draw the hands to heart center. You can keep the eyes closed or the gaze soft as we do this. We'll do it twice more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Release the hands down on the thighs. Take a nice reach energetically through the crown of the head, and then start to twist to the right side. So just take your left hand outside the right knee. Maybe start to look over that right shoulder. And again, notice the breath. Inhale, come through center, and let's take that twist over to the left. Again, sitting up nice and tall before you twist. And breathing once you get there. Nice, let's come back through center. We'll take ourselves onto hands and knees in cat-cow. So first, take your hands under your shoulders, spread your fingers really wide. Take your knees right under those hips, and as you inhale, arch your back, look up, seat up, chest up. And as you exhale, push down into the hands and the knees, round through the spine. Now see if you can connect your movement to the breath rather than connecting the breath to the movement. So as you inhale, you arch, but when you want to start exhaling, you're going to round. It doesn't matter if you get to the full extension of the arch. Do it a few more times. Good. Now start to invite a little bit of a squeeze in the abdominals on the rounding. And then inhale, arch. Again, relax the belly. Again, exhale, pull the navel in and up towards the spine. Drop the head. And inhale, allow the belly to drop down, the chest to lift. Do that a few more times. Just starting to engage the abdominals and activate the life force there, the prana. The intelligence of our body that likes to rest in that center. Good. Now inhale, arch the back. The next time you round, I want you to take your right knee in towards your nose, round through the spine. And then inhale, we'll lift the right leg up and back. And just do that 5 times. So round, pull the navel in. You might feel a little bit of heat, a little bit of warmth starting to build. My goal is not to be super heated with this practice, yet we would like to feel some warmth throughout our body. One more time. And then release that right knee down. Let's take the knees a little bit wider. Sit back to your heels and just rest your forehead down in Balasana Child's Pose. Now we've activated the right side of the abdomen here with those cat-cow variations. So just notice if you feel a little more awake in the right side of the abdomen. Maybe it's tingly a little bit. Just see what you find. You don't have to make it up. If you don't find anything different, that's okay. Just notice what is there. And then let's come back up to all fours. And we'll now inhale, arch your back. And as you exhale, draw your left knee into your nose around the spine. Inhale, lift the left foot up and back, arch your back. Exhale, round through, press through both your hands pretty evenly. Just move in this manner a couple more times. And then release that left knee down. Again, we'll sit back to Child's Pose and just take notice. Take note. Note what you find here. And then we'll begin to come back to all fours. Start to slowly lift the hips up and back, moving into a downward facing dog. Now those heels can be really high, or you can start to drop one heel down towards the floor and then the other. And then eventually reach both heels down towards the ground. Find that smooth, deep breath like we did in the beginning of the class. And start to walk your feet forward towards your hands. Allow the upper body to hang down gently towards the lower body. You can keep the back of the knees soft, so there's a little bend in the knees. Just let the head drop completely, so you're not trying to control. Then ground down through the feet and reach up through the hands on your inhale. Exhale, come to mountain pose, hands come down by your side. From here, Surya Namaskar A, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Then take the hands down, step the feet all the way to the back of the mat in high plank position. We'll drop the knees for this first one. Shift the weight forward, shoulders come in front of wrists, and bend the elbows lower down halfway. Inhale, lift the chest. You can come into high cobra, or if you're ready for it, lift those thighs and knees for up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here in your dog. Connect back to the breath. Feel a groundedness through your hands and your feet. And on your next inhale, lift your heels up. Bend your knees, look forward, walk or hop to the front of your mat. Again, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, root down to rise, reach up, look up. Hands come down by your side, mountain pose. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Hands down, step to the back of your mat. This time, if you'd like to keep your knees up, just keep them engaged and then lower down halfway. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Breathe here. Smooth, fluid breath, continuous without pause. And then lift the heels up, bend your knees, look forward, walk or hop to the front of your mat. Lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale to rise, reach up. Exhale, hands come down by your side. All right, from here, we're gonna take a big step back with the left foot. So there's a big space between your left and your right foot, and then you're gonna bend your right knee. Now we want you to try to pull your right hip slightly back, and your left hip is going to energetically press forward. If you have trouble with that, just try stepping your feet a little bit wider apart. Then inhale, reach your arms up and stay right here. So you want to think about lifting up through Mula Bandha. That is like you're cutting off the stream of urine here, right? So you're engaging the perineum, and then allow the abdomen to be pretty relaxed. So you can allow the breath to get deep into the belly as you stay in this pose. Use the foundation or use the support of your feet to feel strong in this pose. Support of your feet and your legs, rather. Your legs are nice and strong. Your arms are strong. Just the belly is softly relaxed. Good. And then let's open up to Warrior Two. So maybe your stance gets just a little bit wider, arms and hips open to the left side. Bend that right knee right over the ankle if possible. And then reach your fingers in opposite directions here. Again, you want to feel Mula Bandha lifting up and engagement in that pelvic floor area to help you feel stable and comfortable in this pose. You'll know if you're feeling stable and comfortable if the breath is stable and comfortable, if the breath is fluid, right? If it's sharp and shaky, if it's jagged or it's stopping a lot, then maybe you need to readjust to see where can I find a little more ease. And then take that right forearm down on the thigh. Today we're gonna just take the left hand to that left hip crease. So to open up through that left shoulder, try to keep that right knee bent right over the ankle and take your gaze maybe just straight at the horizon or maybe slightly above. Good. From here, you're gonna reach the left arm up and over your ear and then come all the way up as you extend the right leg. Let's take a big step forward to the front of your mat, back to mountain pose, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So big step back with your right foot, bend your left knee, come right into Virabhadrasana 1. Again, remember there's an energetic upliftment through the pelvic floor. Feel rooted down through the feet. Strong legs here. And then move into your Warrior Two. You do want that front heel to be more or less in the center of the back foot. Can you breathe smoothly and deeply here? And if you can't, how can you adjust or refine to help you get there? Let's take that left forearm on the thigh. Again, right hand comes to that right hip crease. Just start to pull that right shoulder blade back. Almost gazing straight at the horizon here. Right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, come all the way up and straighten that left leg. And then big step forward to the front of your mat. From here, we're going to go into tree pose. So we'll start with our right side. So root down your left foot into the ground. Lift that right knee up into the chest. Take the knee out to the side. Place the foot either high on the inner thigh, on the calf, or you can keep the foot on the ground. And just like slightly press that knee back and take your hands to heart center. I want you to think about pulling this left hip inward. And if you're feeling really Vata right now, where like your mind's really scattered, you're feeling like you really just need to ground down, then sometimes it's helpful just to take this variation that I'm doing right here, because you have both feet more or less on the floor. Find your drishti, your focal point. Don't move your eyes from that point. Good. Let's take the knee back forward and then release that right leg long. And we'll switch sides. From here, draw your left knee up into your chest. We'll take it out to the side and do the same thing. Foot can go in the inner thigh, the calf, or on the floor, heel up the calf. Just make sure it's not on this area right here where your knee is. That area is pretty vulnerable to injury. Squeeze this right hip in. Grow taller through the crown of the head. Find your breath. Draw that left knee back forward, and then we'll release that foot down. All right, we're gonna make our way to the ground now. So come all the way down onto your back. Your feet will be hip distance apart. We're gonna do a rolling bridge. So you're gonna lift your hips up and your arms are gonna lift at the same time, and then lower your hips as you lower your hands. So it looks like this. Press down through your feet, engage your legs. Inhale, lift your pelvis up, reach your hands up and over your head. And on your exhale, slowly and control, take your hips back down as you bring your hands to the floor. So again, inhale, pelvis lifts off the ground, engaging your legs and your glutes to lift your arms up overhead, and then exhale, slowly lower with control. Now you do want to try to connect your breath to the movement here. No, rather, connect your movement to the breath. I just learned that in my teacher training. It was an aha moment for me. So instead of just moving and then matching our breath to that movement, like having to hold the breath so that their arms have to get all the way up overhead, you want to listen for the breath first. And then once your body wants to start exhaling, that's when you bring your hands down. It doesn't matter if your hands are all the way up and over or not. I'm going through my Vishoka meditation training at the Himalayan Institute right now. And it's been so eye-opening, beautiful. I can't wait to share all that I've been learning with you. I just have to digest it all first. Little by little, I'll share. This next time you lift up, let's press down through the feet, hips go high. Hold this one up here for 5 deep breaths. Allow the abdomen to rise and fall. The legs are strong and supporting you. And on that exhale, you'll lower your hips all the way down. Take your hands by your side. Now lift your pelvis up, scoot it over to the left. Drop your knees to the right. You can stack that left knee on top of the right if you want something a little more intense, or just let the knees kind of stagger and hang there. let's bring our knees up through center. Hips go over to the right, knees drop over to the left. Good. And then let's come back through center. You can take your body to one side and just kind of press yourself up because we're going to go onto our bellies. So we're going to take Crocodile Pose. It's my new favorite pose to really connect with the breath, to help strengthen the diaphragm and help you drop into that parasympathetic system, that rest and digest system, which really helps us all calm down if you're feeling a little erratic, right? So toes are going to be pointed straight back or to the side, but relaxed. So you choose what feels best for you. For me, I like to turn my toes outward. You can take your palms either down or you can take the forearms down. Again, it just depends on what feels best for your body. Rest your forehead on the arms or the hands. And just make sure that you're real comfortable here. If the hands aren't comfortable, you can even put a firm blanket under the forehead and take your arms to goalposts. That might work as well. So I'm going to let you get into that pose. I'm going to sit up so that you can hear me. So get into that crocodile pose again, stacking palms or forearms. Once you get there, start to deepen the breath or deepen the breath without effort. So notice the breath. This effortless ease in this pose. Just feel the belly slightly pressing into the floor on the inhales. Feel the belly slightly pulling away on the exhales. And notice here if the breath is still, is it still smooth, or is there any shakiness, jagged edges here, any pause in the breath here? Just take note. You don't have to change it. You don't have to shift it into what you think it should be. Just be with what it is. Be with how you are exactly in this moment. Be with that breath. The inhales are nourishing you deep on a cellular level. And the exhales are cleansing you, getting rid of what you no longer need to carry. Perhaps what was no longer yours in the first place. Allow those inhales to fill you up with vitality. Allow the exhales to release, let go. Just take a few more breaths like this. If you'd like to stay here longer, feel free to just stay in this pose and come out of it when you're ready. If you're ready to come out, take your hands under your shoulders, keep an inward focus, and just push yourself back to child's pose, back to Balasana. One more time. Press your forehead down. Feel the breath as it presses gently against the thighs. Feel the abdomen as it gently pulls away from the thighs on the exhales. And then just walk yourself up. Draw your hands together in front of your heart. Thank you all so much for joining me for this Vata Pacifying yoga sequence. I am so grateful for all of you. Please share with your friends if you feel called to, and like this video if it served you. I look forward to leading you in the future And be well, my friends. The light in me is that very light in you. That light in you is that very light in me. Namaste.